Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I think it's a little overdue, but I wanted to give you guys a little update on the Pro XP. So we're going to go through it, give it a little talk about, and if you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. Beep bloop them down in the comments. So if we start off at the front here, this is a Polaris RZR Pro XP. It's a 2021 model. It was I didn't buy it from new, I bought it from used. Had about 2,000 kilometers, but they were well used kilometers, but it's the machine I wanted, so we pulled the trigger on it. This is the factory Polaris bumper. It has a factory 6,000 pound winch. A lot of machines don't come with 6,000 pound, but this one came with a 6,000 pound winch. It's got the wireless remote and everything in it. Works really well. I did have to change the cable once or twice already because it got shafted. Did experience a lot of mud. We ride in a lot of mud and stuff, so it gets flung up and it, you know, we wear it. I know we're supposed to enjoy the mud and stuff like that, but it was getting a little bit too much. So we bought the Polaris extended mud flaps. So that's what these are. They go on top of the original stock fenders. They're pretty easy. They just use the factory bolts that are there. A few extra of those push pins that you have to install. It comes in the front ones, and then it also has the back ones. The back ones, I think it stops here. So this, at least it covers the tires, and it stops the mud from coming up over your shoulders. And primarily we probably needed that because we went with the 32-inch tires. Factory size are 30s. These are factory rims. They're not bead locks yet. We're working on that. Really want a bead lock, but haven't decided on what brand of bead lock we're going to go with yet. Any of you guys have some maybe insight on the bead lock to go with, put it down in the comments, or if you have any links on good deals, send it down. We're really looking, because these are the Maxxis Rampage tires. They got about probably 2,000 kilometers on them now. I'm going to say they're, as you can see, there's not much left on them. They are due for a little refresh. So we're in the market for a new set of tires as well for this. Again, not sure. My buddy Derek on his Talon, he put the XTR 370s. He swears by them. I'm not sure if that's the right tire for this machine. I like the Rockzillas. You guys tell me. Polaris Pro XP, what do you guys go with? You go with the XTR 370s, or are we going to go with the Rockzillas? I think that, or the Carnivores. It did come with the Carnivores, but they were a little soft for me, and they wore out pretty fast. What else we got on here? Let me see if we continue on. I put on this aftermarket Savage UTV.com. It's got my my tools, and some of you don't laugh what's in here. I do have, oh, I gotta like move it around. It's, you gotta see it from this angle. So I do have a spare rubber band that I have to carry. I don't have to carry it with me, but it's like insurance. You don't have to have it, but it's good to have. So we got the extra rubber band in here. We got all the extra tools to make sure we can change it out. You know what? It's like insurance. It's one of those things you have to buy. You hope you never need it, but if you do need it, you have it. So it's in here. It's out of the way. I don't need to worry about it. It's not going to get dirty. It's not going to get wrecked or anything, and it's there. So SavageUTV.com, the box, it's all cut out for all the tools. It's a great product, and I make sure I mount it up here to keep it dry, so because you don't want that to get wet at all, because if the stock one down here gets wet, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So if you go back to some of our videos, you'll see that we had problems with this machine going a little bit too deep. So we had to go to a little snorkel kit. And I'll put a link in the description of the company where I got this from. Can't remember the name right off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the description. You know, the exhaust for this belt, it just exhausts right off the top here. So you can't go deeper than here, otherwise water is going to come in, you start slipping. You all know what that's about. So they got a little adapter here, and then you got a little silicone pipe here. You make a little adjustment up here with your vent, and then you got your exhaust or your intake, and then you got your exhaust here. So I can go, basically I can go this high now, and I don't need to be any problems. And again, insurance. I'm not in it to go super deep or anything. It's just I had a little miscalculation, and we were almost this deep in mud, and then the water went in there, and it was just not a good time. My 5150 whips. Everybody has their thing about whips. Some people say it's a silly thing. Some people say it's a good thing. I've gone with the Amazon whips before. Those didn't work out well, so I went with the 5150. They have a lifetime warranty. I've had ones like this. I put it in the trailer. I pulled it right in the trailer, and boom, I snapped one off. I sent it off to them. They sent me them back, fixed, no charge, free, unlimited warranty. So I really like them. I don't have any problems with them. They're very bright, easy to install, Bluetooth app, all that fun stuff. We got 2 buckets in the back here. This is not a cooler, it's just a bucket. Same with this one. This is, I just keep my helmets in here for now, but we usually put our lunches in here. And then these ones, I usually put the tools, some straps and stuff like that we need, that goes in this bucket. Lots of storage room. I don't need to have too many big mounts or anything like that are clipped on. Nice and clean, nice clean look. I can use my rearview mirror, I can see out, no problems. As we continue along the back, I got another Polaris factory bumper, bolt on, no problems. We went with another mount here. This is like I want to say some sort of Amazon special bolt on, so that I can get a rear hitch receiver, because the hook to pull this machine or anything is well underneath here. I wanted something a little bit up and higher. This is another Amazon special hook that just pulls in the receiver. I use this sometimes to pull my Sea-Doos in and out of the water, or the trailers and stuff like that. So I wanted a little bit of hitch on there, so I put this thing on there. Beautiful, no problems, up out of the way, never hits the ground. But then I needed to get the Honda red hook here to hook my buddy up, because you know, sometimes he runs into problems, and he's very specific on who hooks up to him. So I made sure I got a red hook, so he'll feel a little bit better when he's hooking up to me and I pull him out of a hole. You can see that I got the live valve. So this machine comes with the Dynamics active suspension with the live valves. 4,000 kilometers. They were due for a service. I reached out to my buddy over at D3 Offroad, and we brought the machine actually off to him, and I said, hey, I need you to have a look at these. I think they may be sagging. They were also rubbing. A lot of you know that these shocks, they rub on the shock body. So I reached out to Suspension Armor. They sent me over the stainless steel sleeves. So D3 put those on for me. I do have the Shock Therapy dual rate spring kit on here. Again, D3 revalved these for me, lifted it up a bit. I got a good, I don't know, I think it's like 16 inches right now I'm running on my ground clearance. No more rubbing here, no more clunking. I can't say more about D3 Offroad on what he did to tune. He also tuned them up. So he put the new stainless steel, it looks like reservoir caps on here, so that we can recharge them and keep them charged up. But honestly, like this thing just cruises over the bumps right now. Really good job. Super happy with them. I think if you reach out to the D3 Offroad guys, he'll make sure that your ride is nice, smooth, and plush. Make sure you mention the sideshow guys. We had a couple of, we had the bars on the back, on the bottom here. We had those rock slider bars. If you look maybe on one of our other videos, you see what they look like before. They were used, they were all smashed up. And it was probably because I was sagging a little bit too low before I had the shock tunes and stuff like that. So we went ahead and just put on this rock sliding. It's just a steel bar. I think I got it from revco.ca. Nothing fancy, just to give me a little protection here on my rocker panels. As we continue on, what else we got? We got the Shock Therapy, the Shock Therapy strap. The shocks have been tuned on there, so those all check off the boxes. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot. The mosquitoes out here are a little bit bad, so it's you know, I'm just moving around. But we got the Polaris mirrors. Something about these mirrors I kind of like, I don't like. I'm not sure I have them exactly where I need to have them, and they may need to be adjusted, but they do what they need to do. They fold in, no problem. None of them ever broke. They move all around, so they're no problem. This is a Polaris rear view mirror on there. You know, standard rear view mirror, moves all around, bolts up, no problem. We do have these Amazon special holy shit bars. This is good for the sideshow girl when she sits in there and she's like, oh no, we're not doing that, don't do that. So she likes to use those. I use it more to get in and out of the machine and stuff like that. What else we got in here? We got a couple of speaker rear pods. This is not the Rockford Fosgate rear pods, the stage 4. They were just too much money. These are, again, Amazon boxes that I got. And then you got to put the speakers in here. And then you just buy the wire harness that goes around to it. I did get the wire harness from an amazing company. I will link their description. I can't remember the name of the company right now, but I'll put the link of the description, link of the company in the description. Go over there and check it out for all your audio needs. As we continue on inside the machine, we got the Polaris RZR harnesses, comes with the machine. They work very well. A lot of people have problems with them not pulling out, but after you go for a nice ride, you take the seats out, you just pressure wash that little mechanism there. I've never had any problems with it sticking or anything like that. They work well, adjust them properly, holds me tight, holds her tight, no problems. RZR comes with factory harnesses, not like some of the other machines. Like I think the Honda Talon comes with like just a car seat belt because it mostly likes to do highway riding and trail riding. But here we got like the harnesses to do the severe off-road rock crawling. We don't have any issues. I know I'm holed in, I'm strapped in good. Kemimoto door bags. It's just, the storage, you just need it right there. These zippers, they work. I've had these for a while, no issues. And I also noticed that on my knee, it's great on the driver's side because it's got a nice pad in here. So when you're riding, it's not rubbing on the door. So that's a huge little upgrade that we put in. Always good to have a little storage, cell phone, and all these other good stuff. One other thing I found it on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description to the guy who supplies these. This guy 3D prints these cup holders. Customize what color you want there. Cups fit in here. Cell phones fit in here. Swear to God, this is like the greatest invention. It mounts to the holy shit handle here. Cell phone here. The ladies, they hold on to this. And they put their phone there. Then they put their drink there. Strapped in. Boom. What else we got? Okay, so we got just another Amazon special mount here. Used to run an Android tablet last year. I'm trying this Apple iPad that I had laying around. It's an older one, so I'm just trying to use it. It's a little bit faster. Kind of spring mounts it, hooks in there, plugs in. Seems to be working fine. I used it in West Virginia, really enjoyed it. What else we got? There's a mount for my 360 camera that we had. We kind of mounted to this bar here. It goes straight up, posts here. You'll see some videos of it coming out there. There's an arm that comes out here. Okay, tablet mount, perfect. Does everything I need to. But we also have ride command. The Polaris comes with ride command, built-in mapping system. Some of these other machines, like these Talons, Honda Talons, I think even the Yamaha and the Can-Ams, they don't have any of these mapping screens already built in. I got it all built in. It takes a second to load up, but once it loads up, it's all there. Mapping is right on my fingertips. I know exactly where I am. I can, load my gauges, load all my screens. Everything's right there. Polaris quality, high tech. Right by the lake and move around, map it out, see where we are, put points of interest, see where our previous rides are. We can add current other places. We can make a group ride so other people can connect. We can do other map layers and stuff like that. The technology is outstanding. I don't know where these other machines are coming from, why they don't put this in the machines. People need to know where they're going. So why not just stick it right in the machine like everybody else, like the Polaris does? It's simple. I don't get it. We got a nice screen here. You can see my RPMs. I can go 0 to 10,000 RPMs in this bad boy. Kilometers, my volts, all that. I can adjust it. Oh, and then I don't know if you want to zoom into this. I don't think a lot of the Honda Talons have this turbo boost. So I can see a little turbo boost gauge there. That thing, beautiful. I forgot to mention, along with the 5150 whip lights, I did put the 5150, I think it's a 187 model rock lights. I mounted up here, nice little metal plate. I think it's got a whole bunch of LEDs there. They're super bright. I got 4 of them, 1 on each Rockwell. I actually do have 2 extra. I wanted to put one in the grill. I just couldn't figure out the best way to mount it. So if any of you guys give any tips or tricks on where to mount it so that we can light it up, bring them over here. I really want to light up The idea is to light up the grill in here, right? So that, you know, at nighttime I could put a couple up here. I just couldn't find a great way to mount it. So if anyone had any ideas with that, put them down in the comments and let me know. But otherwise, I don't know. That's my Polaris Pro XP. I've kind of customized it to where I use it. I'm a very technological guy. I really like the technology. So you can see I got the iPad. I like the ride command and all that kind of stuff. It works really well. So any questions or feedback, any other accessories you think I missed that you think I'd like to have or you think I should have? I don't have a lot of exterior lighting. Again, D3 Offroad really helped me with the suspension. He did something that I didn't even think was possible. And in case you guys missed it, my name's Eric. I'm part of the Sideshow guys. My partner Derek, he's another Sideshow guy. And you know, we're just here to bring you guys some content. And if there's stuff you want to see, put it down in the comments. But this is the machine that I ride. Maybe one day I'll get to drive that Honda Talon, but we'll see. But for now, have a great ride.